Okay, this is a good opportunity to let it all out.
For me, that's a real superhero.
Thank you.
Go to watch the film.
Please go to watch the film.
卡赖伯自爆童年梦魇不成眠，早起就哭。卢贝松狂战影帝变身人犬如超级英雄。
Do you have any children, Douglas?
Hundreds.
国际大导演卢贝松日前带着坎城影帝卡赖伯兰里琼斯一同来台宣传新片《人犬》，两人畅聊对角色看法。卡赖伯也分享内心私密心事。卢贝松除了大赞卡赖伯演出是必看原因，更直言人犬对他来说更像超级英雄。
They trust humans.
Douglas is not comfortable with who he is. Douglas is not comfortable with himself. Douglas is in so much pain. His life is hell. The only love he gets is from his dogs. And so he gets very lucky when he gets this opportunity to once a week to perform. And through the art of acting, he was able to discover that he could be anything because he's bound by a wheelchair, which is limiting. And through acting, he's able to be anyone. And so not so much as a disguise as much as a release and a freedom and to experience something other than the pain that he is constantly in. A way to use it, a way to share, to make it into something.
So as an actor, do you sometimes feel the same way?
Yeah, very much.
Even as a director, yeah, you're hiding under the camera and you ask him, play this way, this way, this way.
Yeah, so who you really are?
Good question.
We don't know. We have no clue.
Figuring it out.
Interesting with Dogman is the dogs, they have an unconditional love. They love you no matter what. If you're blind, they love you. If you're in a wheelchair, they love you. If you're ugly, they love you. So his vulnerability as Douglas doesn't count because the dog loves him no matter what. You know?
The dogs don't see me as someone outside of society, as everyone else does.
So do you have anything you want to hide from everyone?
Okay, this is a good opportunity to let it all out. No,
You want to lay down?
No, I think that's one of the beautiful things about getting to act. There's a lot of feelings that I personally have a difficult time showing, and there's a lot of my life where I didn't know how to have those feelings in a correct way without looking crazy. Or if I was always afraid that if I cry, I'd never stop. So I'd always shove it down inside. But this is very dangerous because when you shove those feelings down inside, they eat you up from the inside. And eventually they will get the better of you. So acting for me is an incredible opportunity to get to share, to get to pour these things out.
So did you cry a lot, maybe at night alone at home?
Why?
I used to wake up in the morning and cry because I'd have to go to school. And then I'd realize it was Saturday and yes, thank you, and go watch cartoons. But I had a lot of nightmares as a kid, so I was always afraid of sleeping because there's always nightmares waiting for you. So I'm sure I cried a lot.
So look, Dogman sounds very superheroic, and Douglas really has a sense of justice. So do you feel Dogman kind of like Liu Bei-song style superhero movie?
Not specifically my style, but for me that's a real superhero. You know, a superhero with a pink tide flying in New York, for me it's not a superhero, it's just a cartoonish and propaganda for a country. But for me, that's not a superhero. A superhero is someone normal who do something abnormal. And he's in a wheelchair. He can't help anyone because he's not rich. And this man can save a doctor. And he can give justice. He can help this old lady who do laundry. In this way, for me, he's a superhero. You know, but for me a superhero is a normal guy or a normal girl who, you know, get out of itself to be someone else and try to do something extraordinary. most of the superhero we see in comic books, they have superpower. They didn't ask for it. Oh my God, I'm super strong.
Yeah, and for all the great movie you made, so you both are superhero for us.
And thank you.
Thank you. The real superheroes put out fires, though.
So do you have anything to say to the fans in Taiwan?
Go to watch the film.
Please go to watch the film.
The film is particular. It's not like the usual commercial, film. It's really something different. It's a different food, and it's full of heart, full of emotion. It won't hurt to watch the film. Maybe it will help. Most of the screening we have been, through almost the world now. Some people are really touched by the film, and it's our reward when we see the people and they say, "Oh my God, Dogman, it's amazing," and the dogs and the things. So it's good to watch. You should go to watch. And if there's one reason to watch the film, this guy, he's amazing. He's like, no, just for him. Forget the movie, the director.
Yeah.
But for him, as an actor, you have to see him.
I always like disguises. It's what you do when you don't really know who you are, right? They're my babies.